Well, it's been a month, and now it's time to see how these wheels held up. So these are my Plasti dipped NS1507 rims. The NS1507 rims are very good. They came powder dipped and they're forged wheels, which same with my spacers. My spacers are forged too, but they were cheap, forged. Same with these wheels though, they were very cheap. Looking at them, they look quite gross right now, and I can get a closer shot of it. But so far, what I can tell you guys from how these have been holding up is Plasti Dip doesn't like to be power washed. When I did this, I did a pretty thin coat because I only had, I think, 2 cans of white. So those 2 cans of white did cover all the rims and give it the look I wanted, but it was also very thin, so it's not going to be really easily peelable. Basically, if I wanted to remove it, I'd have to peel an edge and then just hit it with a power washer and it'll come off. Kind of like I did the hood, except for the hood was too thin. This is thick enough where a power washer can easily just grab it and rip it off. So far, I think the rear rims are fine when it comes to this. Like, especially back here. They have a little bit of staining, and I'm going to clean it up and show you guys in a second what I mean. So from a distance, you can tell that rim actually looks great. The front ones are a little dirty, and that's just because they have not been cleaned. It's just dirty rim. And going up to these, they look quite clean. But as I step up to it, you can see there is some staining. So right here, you can see the staining. It's usually at the ends of the spokes in here as well. That's what happens with white, especially since it is pretty thin. It is just staining. Not to mention, brake dust sticks to this better than the stock wheel. And then up here we have, because I power washed the car, we have this bubble. So if that were to burst, then all this would come off a lot easier. So there's bubbles in every rim. Now that's not from it being too thin, that's just from a hole getting in it when I power wash it, and it just can't handle it. So as soon as there's a small hole, it all just comes off. That's why when I clean them and remove Plasti Dip, I always power wash everything because it just rips it off once it finds its way in. So that's something to note. You can see there's a little bit of mess here. I don't know if that's just something I missed when cleaning, but overall they look okay after a month. And especially from a distance, you can't really tell the staining. I mean, it was $20 worth of Plasti Dip, I think, right? Maybe $10 worth of Plasti Dip. So it was definitely an interesting project, and it did last a month. It was definitely, the more of the purpose for it, for me, was just to be able to see the color on the car and see if I liked it, because I was really thinking about making my rims black. And I do like the white. I really do. I plan on getting auto dip, and no, it's not auto flex, it's auto dip. Auto dip is like paint, it's polishable. It's basically kind of like auto flex, but it comes in a spray can, and it's kind of purpose built for rims. That being said, auto dip was something I want to try in the future. We can go to the bright side of the car too, even though it's dirty. You can see the rims and everything. But it definitely, I like the white. It looks really good, and it makes the rims look bigger, because before when they were bronze, they looked kind of small. And now that there's that strong contrast right at the tire, you can tell that's the whole rim. Makes it look nice and big. Maybe in the future I'll get 19s or maybe even 20s. But the 20s I'll only put on if it's wide-bodied. And I'll insert a picture in the corner because I had it saved on my laptop forever. It looks kind of funny, but at the same time, I really do like the whole wide-body look with the big rims. It would be a show car in this case, so why not? And as you guys can see, my wrap is looking fantastic. I'll do another video probably later this week on the wrap and how it's been holding up. I did do it in the winter, so that's kind of made some issues, and I'll go about those later on. And as you guys can tell, the Plasti Dip's been holding up decently. I mean, there's a few spots, like right here. It's a little, like, meh. There's not much I can do about it. Just kind of there, and I don't know what to... It's just got to be pulled off. Like, here's another bubble. And they keep appearing over time because I power wash these pretty quick after, just because they get so dirty, they're white. And it just keeps getting bubbles. Is there a bubble here too? Okay, that's interesting. So, I'll get out of the light so you guys can see. But right here, there's a little bubble in the text. It lifted up. It's interesting. So I will end up removing the Plasti Dip Not now, because I don't want to go back to the bronze. I'm probably going to wait until I have something to replace it. I might either try and wrap the rims in gloss white, or I'll auto dip them in gloss white when it comes available, because I've just been kind of waiting on them to release it. Because that'd be a nice cheap project I want to do, is try auto dip. It's something new. I used to Plasti dip stuff all the time. So if there's a better alternative, I would love to try it. And if they would like to sponsor the video and send me the white, I would love for that as well, so I can actually compare it to the Plasti dip. But for now, I do have white rims. I really do like the white, and I'm going to probably keep them white. If I don't get the auto dip, I might just on a warm day, which is hopefully soon, because it's not that warm today. It's not going to be warm, because tomorrow's supposed to be the first day of spring, right? And it's supposed to have a snowstorm here. Either tomorrow or the next day or Thursday or whatever, we're supposed to have a snowstorm. So that's not going to necessarily be helpful for spring. But in the end, I might actually end up just spray painting these white. It does look so good. Just look at that. Even that one's dirty and it looks really good. And I know they're hard to clean, especially the Plasti dip, because that's one thing I noticed with stock rims. When they're soft and, I mean, they're not soft, when they're like hard and glossy, they're really easy to clean. I can almost just spray them down and then use a power washer on them and they just come clean, which is awesome. In this case, you have to be careful because it's Plasti dip. You have to spray it with the soap, scrub it, rinse it, scrub it, rinse it, scrub it, rinse it over and over again to get them clean. And it's just a bit annoying on a daily basis to work with. It's got to go. It'll go eventually, and although it was really nice and really cheap, because I think auto dip's $11 a can and Plasti dip's like $5 a can, and I use 2 cans. And I'm probably going to need 3 cans of auto dip. It's still a cheap way to at least test it. And then if I were to spray paint it later, which is permanent, then I could do that. Or if I was to auto dip them, at least I got a cheaper testing color first, and then I can actually get what I want. So that's it for today's video. I did film the beginning on my regular camera, which is back here. So you can see my regular camera. This is what I normally film on. But I wanted to try my new phone, because I got an iPhone 7 recently, if you guys didn't know. Which is not new, but it's a lot better. And I noticed the camera quality was just fantastic compared to my old phone. So I just wanted to film majority of this video on my phone, see how it looks. Let me guys know if you think it looks better, because then I could just film the rest of the videos on my phone. Or I could do a direct comparison one day and have them side by side so you can see. But that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace out and be legendary.
Stop till we're legend.